Hello, Zipper besties. Thank you for stopping by. So, if this is your first time of coming across the channel, you're welcome. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button and also click on the notification bell so you get notified whenever we upload new sewing tutorial. So, in today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to draft and cut a bubu gown with a collar and a side slit and also an additional sleeve to it. So without wasting much of our time, let's get started. So to determine how wide you're going to fold your fabric, you're going to divide the largest part of your body by 4. Then you add extra 5 inches to it, depending on how big you want the bubble is. But from 5 inches upwards, you add to it to make it to be very full. So your material will be folded into 4 because we will be cutting the back and the front together. So for the neck width, we are going to mark 3 inches for the neck width, and for the neck depth for the front, 3 inches depth for the front, and the neck depth for the back is just 1 inch. So we'll also mark a shoulder slope of 1.5 inches. Sorry, that place wasn't that visible. So after that, next we are going to do is to use our ruler, connect our neckline to the shoulder slope with our straight ruler, after which we'll use the curved ruler to connect the necklines. We connect it gently, the front and then the back. So once we are done connecting the neckline, the next thing we are going to do is to come down by 3 to 4 inches from our front neckline. From the 3 inches we marked for the front neckline, we'll come down by 3 to 4 inches, depending on how open you want it to be. If you want it to be deeper, you can go as deep as 5 to 6 inches. So the next thing I'm going to do is to add half allowance for my shoulder joining. Half-inch allowance for my shoulder joining. Note that I did not add any allowance on the neckline. The only allowance I added was just on my shoulder joining. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to mark the body measurement. So for the body measurement, I'm going to divide the largest part of my body by 4, which is the hip circumference. Sorry, I wasn't able to capture that particular spot. I didn't actually know it was not recording. So you're going to divide the largest part of the body by 4, which is the hip. Then you add extra 4 to 5 inches allowance to it, or you can even add up to 7 or 8 inches depending on how big you want it to be. Then for the armhole opening, that is the measurement you're going to mark from up to down. For the armhole opening, I use about 12 inches for the armhole opening. You can make your own lesser. Then I'll cut out everything together. Then for the micado fabric, which is the additional material, I made use of wideness of about 7 to 8 inches, then added extra 1 inch for the folding because I'm going to fold the edges inward. Then I made use of the length of my half length, that is my shoulder to waist, which is about 18 inches. Then added also the folding allowance to it. So you can make yours to be longer than that. All determines, it's just your choice. So you're going to take your micado fabric and place it under your Ankara material so that you'll be able to trace out your neckline. So trace it exactly the way it is on your Ankara fabric. Then you trim off the excesses that is left on the shoulder area. Now remember that from our neckline we came down by about 4 to 5 inches. So you're going to cut it open because that place will be open. So for the V design that is on this dress, we are going to go up by 4 to 5 inches from the down of your micado material. Then you use your ruler and connect it to meet with the center point, just as you see me do on the screen. So once you are done connecting it, the next thing you are going to use your scissors and cut out the down part. Cut out the down part because you will not be needing that particular area. So once you are done cutting, this is how it's going to look like. Then you go ahead to fold in, then notch that area so that you know the center point. So the next thing we are going to do now is to join the front necklines together. So remember we added just 0.5 inches for joining the front. So we are going to join the front, each of them together with just 0.5 inches allowance that we added. So we are done joining. The next thing we are going to do now is to notch the middle point in the front. So the essence of notching it is to make it relax, to avoid any form of squeezing or folding. Now, after notching it, you have to be very careful. Then you gently flip it over to the right side. You flip the micado over to the front side. Now we are going to stop stitch. Why top stitching? Please do not stop stitch on the micado. Rather, you're going to stop stitch on the ankara because it's going to be inside. So we'll proceed in cutting out the pockets for our bubu. Now the total length of the pocket I'm using is about 10 to 11 inches. Now the pocket opening is 7 inches, but I'll make it 8 inches, whereby I'm using half inch for joining the up and also the down. So opening and marking is 8 inches. Take out half inch for joining up and down. Then I'll shape it in this way, in any design I want, this way for the pocket. So once I'm done shaping, I will proceed to cutting out the pocket. So if you have watched to this point and you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please click on the subscribe button and also click on the notification bell so to get notified whenever I upload new sewing tutorials. Thank you. So the pocket is going to be 4 pieces altogether, 2 for the right side and 2 for the left side. So we're going back to work on the micado fabric. We are going to pin it down. You can see the way I use pin to secure mine down. You fold in with the folding allowance you get for the edges. I gave 1 inch allowance for the edges for the folding. So I'm going to fold in with by 1 inch. You can see the way I've already folded it and I use pin to pin them down. So I'll fold the two sides by 1 inch and also fold the V shape also by 1 inch, pin down and then sew. So you can see we are done sewing the mikado to the ankara, and this is how it is. Very neat, very neat. Now you can see the inside of the material. The place that we stop stitch, you can see is also very neat. Now the next thing we are going to do is to join the extra material we added. Remember that ankara is 45 inches by length, but we're working with a full length. So we're going to add the extra mikado material to get the full length. So after joining together, then we'll proceed to joining the two shoulders together with half inch. Please do not take more than half inch. So we added just 0.5 inches for the shoulder joining. So we'll go ahead to join the two shoulders with 0.5. So we are adding extra 3 inches to the sleeve. For the sleeve band, I used about 3 inches for this sleeve band, and the 3 inches is on fold. So if you open it, it's about 6 inches plus half inch for the joining. So we are attaching it to the sleeve to make it longer. We are doing it on both sleeves before joining. So the next thing we're going to do now is to join our pockets. Remember we have 4 pieces of this pocket and we are going to join it on the 4 sides with 0.5, 2 for the front and 2 for the back. After joining the pocket, we'll proceed to the collar. So it's now time for us to cut the collar. So for the tutorial for the collar, I'm going to make a separate video and explain how to cut your collars in details. Now this particular collar does not have a collar stand, it's just the collar. Now to get the measurement of your collar, measure around the neck of your clothes, measure around the neck of your clothes, whatever you have at the end of the measurement, add 1 inch to it. The essence of that 1 inch is for you to use and close up the collar, just to close up the two sides of the collar. So you can see I got 16 inches, but I'm making use of 17 inches. Now the length of the collar is 3.5 plus 0.5 for joining to the cloth, which is now 4 inches. Then on the both edges of the collar, I went up by 1 inch. That is how I got the curve. So I'm going to attach this collar to my dress. I'm going to sew around and attach the collar to my dress. So after attaching the collar, this is the end result. You can see the collar sitting pretty on my neck. Sitting pretty on my neck, very relaxed, and you can see how neat the stitches are. You can see how neat the stitches are. So we've come to the end of today's tutorial. I want to say a very big thank you to you for watching till the end. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. See you in our next tutorial as we'll be treating how to cut different types of flay, especially 180 degrees flay. Bye.